Hello everyone and welcome to my stitching update for August. Can't believe we're so far through the year already. We've got a few things to show you in this update. We're going to start off with Into the Sea. This is from Heaven and Earth Designs and I was using it for the challenge number 3 on the Facebook group. I stitched page 11 and then I also did page 12 as part of the challenge. I had more than enough stitches with page 11, but page 12 was only something like 12 stitches wide, so it seemed a bit silly to just leave that to finish off at a later date, so I did it all in one go. I normally park, and I'm fine with parking, but I just found I had so many threads hanging in this one that I was actually quite glad to get it finished. So I had a bit of a focus so that I would be able to get it finished for the end of this month. I think the challenge doesn't end until October sometimes. There's still plenty of time for people still stitching on it. I started this one a little while ago and I was just working on her at work during lunch breaks. I was having an hour lunch and get my dinner eaten really quickly and then just stitching, so I got most of her done that way. Then I stopped stitching during my lunch breaks in favour of going out for a walk and some fresh air, so she hadn't been getting so much attention. Then when the challenge came up I decided it was a perfect excuse to get her out and carry on with her. I think there's 2 more rows of full-size pages and then 1 more row which is quite a small partial page. So she shouldn't take too long to do if I can concentrate on her, but to do that I need to find a way to fit her into the rotation, so I need to have a think about that, probably during September. So you might see some progress on her during next month, but I'm not sure yet. We'll see. And the next piece that I worked on is Wherefore Art Thou by Nora Corbett, Mirabilia. I managed to get all the column up on that one side. I'm working to the clues that the pattern was released in. So this is the first clue. Then I carried on filling in the purple swag of fabric and getting those roses in, which takes quite a bit of time. The gaps that are left are for beads. I always do the beading last. And I got some of the green, well, quite a bit portion of the green dress done. I really like those colours. I don't think I've stitched much with those colours in them. A lot of them are still on the old cardboard bobbins. They're from years and years ago, and they don't look like they've been touched. So it's the first time I'm using these colours, and I think 966 is one of them. It's a really nice minty green. It doesn't get used very often. I've kind of only stitched this for 2 weekends this month. She was getting good progress and then I decided that I wanted to crack on and get those pages done on Into the Sea, so she took a bit of a break while I got that done. So in September I'm going to try and stitch on her at least two of the weekends. Again, get a bit more progress on her and carrying across the page, so get that dress finished and more of the purple swag in hopefully. And another reason why I didn't get so much done on the Mirabilia piece was because I finally caved in and started. It's Death by Cross Stitch and it's from Long Dog Samplers. You've probably seen quite a few people starting this already. It's stitched on 40 count Newcastle fabric and it's stitched 1/2 and I'm using a silk thread from Paintbox Threads and the colour is SB10 and it's kind of a dark blue, kind of teal blue colour but quite dark. There's a subtle variation in the colours because it's over dyed, but I really love how this one's working up at the moment. I've got the flower border at the top is as far as that goes, so I'm working across 2 pages at the moment, and I've got the first little motif in. So now I just need to make up my mind which way I'm going. I've got a feeling I might carry on across the page and get the whole top border in and slowly work my way down in the panels. But it's quite tempting to get across to the unicorn. So we'll see where I go with this one. It'll be as it takes me. My main rotation for this month changed slightly. I was showing someone on Facebook asked to see examples of something, and I posted a picture of Eternal Promise, which I started way back in 2012, and it just kept getting put aside in favour of New Starts, which is silly because it's a really lovely piece to stitch and I enjoy stitching it. And so after I put the picture up, kept looking at it and it kept calling to me, so the stitching time's gone away for now and I've got Eternal Promise back out. I had got the whole of the top row of pages complete and I'd worked the first page on the second row, so when I got it out again it was starting the second page of the second row, and I managed to start and finish that in the 2 weeks that I allow for the rotation on it. So while I'm making good progress like that, it's staying out. If you're not familiar with the picture, it's Arwen and Aragorn in the Forest of Rivendell. So it's mostly the Forest of Rivendell at the moment. I think Arwen should be turning up on the next page, and I'm planning to work on it next month, and I'll do it as part of the World of Pure Imagination stitch along that's in the Stitch Mania Facebook group. So it was nice to get some progress from it. You just spend all your time stitching greens and browns and greys, and then you get it finished and you step back and there's branches and leaves appearing. It's quite a magical one. So my second main rotation piece is Gamer. This is still staying out. This is the main focus piece. It's not going to be switched out until she's finished. I think last month I'd finished the second row and just started on the third row, and I hadn't quite got the hedgehog in. So these last 2 weeks, hedgehog, it's obviously Sonic the Hedgehog, it's blue, and then when I get down to the page below he's got little red shoes on, so he looks really cute. So he's done, and I'm now working in some Tetris blocks that forms part of the background. So I'm on page 14 now, and hopefully I'll be halfway through this page before the end of the rotation, or the end of the 2 weeks. I've got a couple more days on it before it gets swapped out. And also in August, it's looking a bit wrinkly now, I finished Clue 2 of the Spooked mystery stitch along from Lizzie Kate. So parts 1 and 2 completed. I'm still waiting for part 3 to arrive. I think everyone in the UK has found that their charts are being held up in customs for some reason, so as soon as the shops get them in, they'll get them straight out to us. But I should be able to, fingers crossed, hopefully get the whole thing finished in September, and then I just need to find a frame so I can get it framed ready for Halloween. So once Spooked was finished, I was looking around for something else to stitch, and one of the shops that I use started doing an auto ship option on this Little House Needleworks design. It's the new ABC samplers set, so one gets released each month. They've just had ABC in, and I joined up, and when I got it, I think I just finished Clue 2 of Spooked, so I thought, why not, I'll get it started. And then I got it finished quite quickly as well. It's a lovely little fun stitch. Obviously it needs making up. I'm going to make it up into one of the little pillows, but I need to get some fabric first for some backing for it. So once I've made my mind on that, then I'll get it finished completely. my plan is to try and do each one of these as they come out each month. Try and keep up with it. I think there's 9 in total. So just got to wait for the next one to come out, but obviously I want to get Spooked finished as well. So this is the ABC Samplers and it's by Little House Needleworks. And finally for this month, another new start. This is One More Stitch by Little House Needleworks. Again, I'd finished the ABC Sampler, still no Clue 3s to start, so I needed something small to sit on, to stitch on while I sit on the sofa. So I thought I'll get started on this one. And I had it started, and then it was the Now I Know My ABC stitch along on the 26th for cross stitch finish line, and the letter of the month was C. Well, this has got a complete alphabet in it, but I managed to get the tree stitched and stitch the word stitch, so I managed to get my C done as well. I think next month the letter D on the 26th of September, so I'll probably work on this one again. There is a letter D in the alphabet that goes underneath the house, so I'll work my way up and around the picture and slowly make my way to the alphabet so I can stitch on that for the stitch along. So that is it for the month. 3 new starts, 1 finish. I've taken 4 cross stitches in to be framed. The framers said that they should have that done in 10 days, so hopefully by the end of September I'll have some fully finished framed pieces to show you. Yeah, that's it for me for now. I'd like to thank everyone for watching, for all the subscribers, new watchers, anyone, welcome. I hope you enjoyed watching these updates. I'll probably be back in a couple of weeks with another stitching video. So I'll see you then. Bye.